I am going to make the case for why Alvaro Arbeloa is going to succeed as a Real Madrid manager. I know it sounds crazy. I was pissed because Alonso was fired, but hear me out. I watched the press conference. He said the following: Madrid is about winning, winning, and winning. He didn't come and say we're going to play beautiful football. We just want to win. My first argument for why he's going to succeed is that Real Madrid is a club that requires a strong personality. Some people think it's a gentleman personality. In my opinion, it's a strong personality as a manager that is needed. And Alonso was simply too nice. When Vini insulted him in the El Clasico, he started Vinicius in the next game. That's too nice. When Mbappe tells the whole team to skip the guard of honor against Alonso's wishes, and then Alonso walks between the tail between his legs and then just follows Mbappe. That's too nice. In this toxic environment, you need a pit bull. You need the guy that will bite. And if everyone knows Alvaro Arbeloa, he bites. He is a pit bull. If you ever watched Alvaro Arbeloa as a footballer in Real Madrid, in the Mourinho era, in the Ancelotti era, and even in Zidane's first year, this guy wasn't fast. He was slow. He wasn't good at offense. He was all right at defense, but you always wondered, why is this guy a right back of Real Madrid? And in my opinion, my conspiracy is that he had a strong personality. That's why. And in this current toxic environment, you need a strong personality to handle the pressure from this crazy Real Madrid board led by Florentino Perez and these toxic Real Madrid egomaniac players in the squad like Mbappe, Vinicius, Bellingham. Might work. And then my second argument is that Real Madrid is a club that always defies logic. In 2016, Zidane, a manager who has only managed Real Madrid Castilla, zero experience of managing a senior professional football club, would go on to come in the middle of a chaotic season where Benitez was horrendous and then win the Champions League, benching James and Isco for Casemiro, a bench player, in order to balance the team. And then he would go on to win three Champions Leagues, a manager with zero experience in professional football. And then in 2022, Real Madrid defies logic again. Ancelotti, an old manager, everyone thought he was finished. Failed at Bayern Munich after Real Madrid, failed at Napoli, and then failed at Everton. Makes a call to Real Madrid, and all of a sudden Ancelotti is back at Real Madrid. And everyone thought the squad was old and finished. And then the same squad, the same finished manager would go on to win two Champions League titles and two league titles. I'm just saying, you never know with this club. This either is the beginning of a new banter era like United in Real Madrid, but this also might end up in a Champions League at the end of the season. You never know. You never